Picture this. It's 1997 and you see this little guy on store shelves. Like any sensible person, you buy the game. Turns out it's one of the most revolutionary video games of all time. The rhythm game that paved the way for the scratch and melodies and elite beat agents of the world. Parappa the Rappa. But we're not talking about Parappa today. We're talking about the spin-off. A much less discussed game titled Jammer Lammy. In 1999, this anxious teenage lamb hit the shelves and was received relatively well. Like Parappa, Jammer Lammy's artist is the talented Rodney Greenblatt, who unfortunately still does not have a Wikipedia page, and the songs were written by Masaya Matsura. So did this detour hold up? And will it stand on its own? That's what I'm here to find out. Without further ado, this is Jammer Lammy. We start with suddenly being rocketed right into the first stage, with the iconic Parappa series staple, Chop Chop Master Onion, trying to make ends meet after his dojo from the first game was apparently destroyed. Sad. As a tutorial song, I Am a Master and You does a great job of getting you used to the game's mechanics along with the sheer amount of charm packed in each stage. For example, how Lammy uses random tangentially related items as guitars with each level. Such examples include a vacuum cleaner, a hose, a literal child, a chainsaw, and finally, the actual instrument. It oozes creativity. Once she finishes the gig, Lammy is horrified that she embarrassed herself on stage, to which Chop Chop Master Onion reassures her with,
"The dojo remains in my mind. It even has a casino. Dojo, casino, it's all in the mind. You have nothing to lose."
With this information in mind, Lammy wakes up. That's right, the classic "it was all a dream" trope, only to discover that she's going to be late for her band's big performance. Lammy runs off, only to be immediately stopped by a bunch of firefighters, forcing her to put out the building to move forward. Oh yeah, that's another theme with this game. If you want to make any progress, you need to help other characters out. Just like real life, but more paper thin. Anyway, this is described as a pizza place, but I haven't seen any this goddamn tall. This isn't a Pizza Hut, this shit's a pizza high-rise at least. That's such a dumb joke. Regardless, Stage 2's song, Fire, Fire, is funky as hell, turning a stressful situation into a relaxed groove. However, I don't appreciate the audacity of these backup singer dogs swearing at me. Very rude. Moving on, the pizza high-rise spews out pizza for every onlooker, which Lammy eats so fast that she... So all these abominations think that Lammy is pregnant.
Oh my, are you in labor?
When everyone discovers that Lammy isn't actually having a baby, she's forced into the third stage, taking out her anger on this child. Oh god, no, Lammy, please, he's just a little guy! As a song, Baby Baby is probably my least favorite, but that doesn't mean I don't like the energy. I guess I just find it kind of repetitive, especially in the note formation. I'm honestly confused as to where we are. It's just full of... But the balls couldn't stop us, as Lammy is launched into the next song, helping this concussed pilot fly to Milk Can's concert. Did I mention that's what Lammy's band is called? I don't think I did. Those cars are fucked up, by the way. That exhaust is dangerously close. Fright Flight is a chaotic mess of a song, and I love it. Constantly changing tempo and tone based on the emotions the pilots are displaying at that point. I also really like the visuals here, with the air freshener and fuzzy dice on the rear view mirror, and the dynamic view of the plane and the pilots. I don't know, it's just fun. This whole franchise has a really fun atmosphere, part of why I enjoy it so much. After landing, Lammy realizes she only has 3 minutes left. Holy shit! Goofily sprinting to her gig, Lammy realizes she doesn't have her guitar. I mean, if she could make any inanimate object into a guitar, I don't know why she can't do that for her band, but whatever. So anyway, this beaver offers to help Lammy make this guitar for her gig, claiming that
I don't have time for jokers!
Power On, Power Off is often considered the worst song in Jammer Lammy, but honestly, it doesn't really have time to wear down on you because the song's only like 2 minutes long. I guess the idea of using a goddamn chainsaw as a guitar is just too cool for me to hate. Although I remember this character, Paul Chuck's voice getting on my nerves. I wonder who... Everett Bradley! Current touring member of Bon Jovi, fellow South Carolinian, and vocalist for Shadow the Hedgehog's theme song in Sonic Adventure 2? Damn. Now I feel bad. Regardless, Lammy successfully creates a working guitar out of nothing but wood. But I'm not one to question logic in a world where her pants can get stuck on a door handle, flinging her to a distant island where she has to play for the Idols band or else she can't get back home. Wait, what? Yeah, this setup seemingly comes out of left field. Well, that's because in every other version of the game, except the one we got in the States, has a completely different story beat leading up to the 6th stage. That being where Lammy slips on a banana peel and fucking dies!
Am I dead? Is this hell?
The dialogue in the other versions is a lot more natural here.
I'm gonna kill you.
I think I'm dead already?
Then I'll put you back to life.
Really? Can you really do that?
Yeah, only if you play right. Come on.
No. You see, I was on my way to my own show, but I ended up here.
How did that happen? Anyways, I'll help you get to where you're going.
Really? Can you really do that?
Yeah, only if you play right. Come on.
Despite weird regional changes, Taste of Teriyaki is by far my favorite song in this game. The dissonant vocals play really well off the whole out-of-your-element vibe of the current scenario, along with feeling that you're still not out of the woods, having to prove your worth one final time before the show. I really don't have that much to say, I like it tickles my brain. We're freed through a fax machine. Don't ask. And Lammy rushes to her gig, for real this time. The grand finale is upon us, and this game goes out with a bang. Got to Move is a great finale song. A pop-punk number about staying on track and keeping an unwavering ambition. Lammy jumps into the crowd to play alongside the friends she made along the way, to show how far she's come in 15 minutes. With that, we're finished! But this isn't the end of the game's story. While I was doing research for this review, I discovered that there was an arcade version entitled Jammer Lammy Now! You have to say it like that. Featuring new and original songs that you can play competitively with a guitar controller. An idea that the Guitar Hero franchise later stole. Unfortunately, it was only released in Japan, and eBay doesn't understand what I'm talking about, so I can't play it. Speaking of Jammer Lammy related media, Parappa and PJ Ice Cream was an album promoting that game, full of Parappa versions of each song. Let's give it a quick listen, shall we?
And how do we sneeze? Can somebody tell me how do cows make cheese?
Okay, I understand why this isn't on Spotify. Well, I Scream, You Scream, We All Scream for Ice Cream was no doggy style, but as a silly rap album targeted at kids, it's inoffensive. Honestly, I could go on and on about Parappa and Lammy related merch and lost media, but I started writing this review in November, and I'm not even sure if I'm gonna get it out by the end of the year.